Stolak and this Bulls defense looking for a stop. Mizzou looking for 6. Little low to the shoulder for Luther Burden. From the Lou to the Zoo. You call up the plays, he'll choreograph the dances. Sprint out for Cook, throws. There he is. Past the 40. Straddling the sideline. And that's the biggest passing play of the year. Cook's looking that way. First down ball. Touchdown ball. Luther Burden III.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and we have another 2025 NFL Draft Scouting Report. And today we have Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, y'all, let's start with his measurables. He's 6 feet, 206 pounds. You look at his 2024 stats, he has 61 catches for 676 yards and 6 touchdowns. And now let's get to his strengths. I think his first strength is that he has a strong and compact frame. As I just stated, he's 6 feet, 206 pounds. So he's not the biggest guy, but he plays bigger than his size would suggest. He reminds me of Deebo Samuel in terms of his physicality. He's a very physical guy, and he will give you everything that he has. So you like to see that. His next strength is that he's an elite separator. And I know he's primarily a slot wide receiver, but even as a slot wide receiver, you will face man coverage from time to time, and you have to be able to get open. And the times, y'all, although it was limited, but the times that he faced man coverage at Missouri, he was able to get open. So I think he should be able to translate that into the NFL, and that's great to see. His next strength is that he is a natural hands catcher. This is the guy, y'all, that had an 85.9% catch rate compared to a 4.5% drop rate. So he has great hands. He's a natural hands catcher. He's not a body catcher, y'all. He actually catches it with his hands. And this is something that not a lot of wide receivers do, y'all, because there are some wide receivers out there that they can catch the ball, but they have to catch it with their body, right? They don't have good hands. They don't trust their hands. But Luther Burden, he trusts his hands. He's really good at contested catch opportunities as well. So this is the guy, y'all, that's going to come in and have some of the best hands in the NFL. His next strength is that he is a dangerous yard after the catch wide receiver. This guy, y'all, turns into a running back when he gets the football in his hands. And this is where he reminds me a lot of former Titans wide receiver and current Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown. Because we know when A.J. gets the football in his hands, he turns into a running back. He's looking to truck you over. He's looking to run you over. He's going to stiff arm you. And that is what Luther Burden does, y'all. But I don't think people give Luther Burden enough credit for his speed, because he could also run by you. So not only will he run you over, not only will he stiff arm you to the ground, but he can also run by you. Remember, he ran a 4.41 at his combine, and that surprised a lot of people, because a lot of people thought he was going to be like a 4.52 guy. But when he showed up at the combine and ran a 4.41, I think a lot of people are like, okay, this dude is faster than what we give him credit for. So yeah, he is so dangerous after the catch. All you have to do is just get the football in his hands. He's going to make good things happen with it. His next strength is that he is a good run blocker. And this is one of my favorite parts of his game, because a lot of wide receivers aren't good run blockers. They don't care about run blocking. And all they want to do is just go out there and run routes and catch passes. But when you have a wide receiver that not only is a good run blocker, but also takes pride in his run blocking, it can really open up things for your offense, because on running situations, you don't have to take him off the field. You can leave him out there. You can run the football his direction, because you trust that he will make good blocks in the running game. So I really love this about him. I think he's going to become one of the best run blocker wide receivers in the NFL. And I think he's going to be very similar to like a Julio Jones, a Larry Fitzgerald, and Hines Ward in terms of his run blocking. We know that those guys were very strong run blockers, and I expect Luther Burden to follow in their footsteps. His next strength is that he has great play speed. As I told y'all a couple of minutes ago, he ran a 4.41 at the combine, but when you turn on the tape, he actually plays faster than that. And I've always said that there are some guys that are fast in shorts, and then there are other guys, y'all, that are really fast in pass. And he's one of those guys. Yeah, he's fast in shorts, but he's even faster in pass, man, because when you turn on that tape, you see a guy that is so explosive, so dynamic, so electric with the football in his hands. He can easily take the top off the defense, and I really love that about him. And then, y'all, I think his last strength is that he is a versatile weapon. This is the guy that you could line up at running back, out wide, or in the slot. And he is going to make plays for your football team, because he is a playmaker. I really hope, y'all, that he gets drafted to a team that has a creative mind, either at the head coach position or at the offensive coordinator position, so they can really use him to his full capabilities. I don't want him to get kind of limited by a team that has a bad coaching staff that doesn't know how to, really utilize his ability. I want him to go to a team where he can just flourish. He can do a lot of different things. All you have to do is just get the guy the football. He's going to make great things happen with it, and you will not be disappointed at all. And now, y'all, let's get to his weaknesses. I think he has 3, but I think his first weakness is that he has a limited route tree. He really didn't run too many routes in Missouri. It was a lot of slant routes, a lot of dig routes, a lot of in-breaking routes, some bubble screens, right? They didn't ask him to run too many routes. Now, I actually think he's a solid route runner. I just think Missouri didn't want him to run that many routes because their offense, y'all, was just pretty horrible. I mean, let's be honest. Missouri did not have a creative offense at all. So I think it was more so their offensive scheme than it was his route running ability because, again, I think he's a solid route runner, but he did have a limited route tree, so I had to list that as one of his weaknesses. I think his next weakness is that he had a dip in production in 2024. In 2023, he had over 1,200 yards. He was one of the best wide receivers in college football. And then this past season, y'all, again, he only had 676 yards. But I really think this is because of the quarterback play, because Brady Cook was really good in 2023, and then in 2024, he took a major step back. And then again, y'all, the offensive scheme that Missouri had this year, I think was really bad. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this. I mean, yeah, he had like 600 yards less than he had in 2023. But again, y'all, it really wasn't because of him. Like, he was still getting open. He was still catching the ball well. He just didn't get as many opportunities as he did in 2023. And his quarterback just didn't play as well. So, yeah, it wasn't really his fault, but I did have to list that. And then his last weakness, y'all, I think is that he had limited exposure to press man coverage. As I said earlier, he is an elite separator. Like, he can get open against man coverage. But he didn't really face a lot of man coverage, face a lot of zone coverage, a lot of, Tampa 2, cover 2 type schemes. Again, not his fault, but I'm just telling y'all that's what he faced. In the NFL, obviously he's going to face way more man coverage because even as a slot wide receiver, I mean, you see Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a slot wide receiver. A.J. Brown will play in the slot a good bit as well, and those guys go against man coverage a lot. So I wouldn't worry about this too much. The good thing is that the times that Luther Burden did face man coverage at Missouri, he was able to get open, so that's what really matters the most. And now it is time for me to give y'all my prospect grade and my pro comparison with him, and we will get on up out of here. So my pro comparison for Luther Burden is A.J. Brown and Golden Tate. And as I stated earlier, he really reminds me of A.J., particularly after the catch, because he turns into a running back. He is just so strong and physical. He will run you over. He will stiff arm you into the ground. And then also, like A.J., y'all, he has really strong hands. And then Golden Tate. Some people might forget about Golden Tate, but at one point in time, Golden Tate was one of the better slot receivers in the NFL. I think Luther Burden is a little bit faster than him, but I mean, in terms of being just that really good slot receiver to have, that guy that's going to be super consistent for you, I think he reminds me a lot of Golden Tate. And my prospect grade from y'all, I gave him a grade of 91, meaning he's a great prospect, should become a consistent Pro Bowler. And I know a lot of people are kind of sleeping on Luther Burden. A lot of people aren't giving him the credit I think he deserves. I think, y'all, he is a top 15 prospect in this draft class. I think he is the second best receiver in this draft class. And I just think he's going to be one of those receivers. He might not become like an elite wide receiver, but I think he is consistently going to be like a 12, 13, 1,400 yard wide receiver. And he's going to be a multiple time Pro Bowler. And when you look at the end of his career, you're like, wow, this dude was really good. Like, he's probably going to be a 6, 7 time Pro Bowler. Probably going to have, 13, 14,000 yards, over 100 touchdowns. Like, he's just going to be a really consistent wide receiver. And I'm a big fan of his, y'all. There's been some rumors that the Tennessee Titans are interested in Luther Burden. I really hope that's true because I'm telling y'all, this dude is going to be a really good wide receiver for years and years and years to come. So there I have it, man. This is my 2025 NFL Draft Scouting Report for Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden. Remember, y'all, laughter is good medicine. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm in it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.